The Jerry Springer Show is known for outrageous on-screen antics, and with nearly 5,000 episodes to choose from, picking 10 of the most notorious guests is difficult. The series first aired in 1991, as a daytime talk show. It was meant to be more of a political, issues-focused series, as those sorts of topics put local news anchor and host, the late Jerry Springer, on the map. When the format of the series didn't hit the target, the show shifted gears, and began focusing on more controversial topics. What resulted was one of the longest-running daytime talk shows of all time, with 27 seasons airing before its final episode in 2018. The Jerry Springer Show is known for its array of controversial cast members and subjects, from people who have cut off their own limbs, to others who questioned the paternity of their children. Through the years, host Jerry Springer brought an interestingly calm presence to the series, and did his best to help his guests. He'd try to calm the audience down when they got a bit too rowdy while chanting his name. Guests appeared on the show for a variety of very dramatic reasons, and it became clear that the series wasn't the most realistic thing on TV. However, thanks to wild outbursts and more, viewers always tuned in. 10. The Jerry Springer Show. Best friend reveals his true feelings in one of the most memorable moments from The Jerry Springer Show. Two friends have come to the show so that one man, Judah, can reveal something huge to his best friend. Though it seems like a typical bait and switch, where one man will reveal his feelings and the other will reject him, visibly horrified, the clip actually has a sweet ending. Judah proposes to his best friend, and though the audience is cringing a bit, his proposal is accepted. The couple tearfully embraces, leaving everyone, including Jerry, stunned. 9. The Jerry Springer Show. Man reveals his multiple illicit affairs. While it wasn't unusual to see guests on The Jerry Springer Show who were trying to break things off with their partners, this guest's story was a bit more involved than that. Dean met his fiancée Talita online, and the pair had been together for years. However, he hadn't been honest with her about the way he'd been spending his free time. After cheating on her over and over again, he brought her onto the show to tell her that he wanted to break up. At the same time, he introduced her to his new girlfriend. Chaos ensued, and all three parties wound up fighting each other. 8. The Jerry Springer Show. Woman's boyfriend is verbally abusive. Many guests went on The Jerry Springer Show looking for guidance in their relationships, like Cordelia, who was staying with a man who called her names and belittled her. She believed that she loved him, though she was aware of her boyfriend's cheating ways, and felt badly about herself when he called her names. Cordelia decided to stay in the relationship. She wanted to see if things could eventually get better. After her boyfriend Jamie came out on stage with another girlfriend of his, Donna, Cordelia seemed to be too stunned to react much. However, she tried to stand up for herself. 7. The Jerry Springer Show. A wedding cheating scandal unfolds in this shocking moment. A maid of honor and groom come clean to the bride about their indiscretions, which are happening right under her nose. Drika, the maid of honor, has been sleeping with her best friend's fiancé for several months, and has been keeping it a secret. When the bride, TK, finds out about the scandal happening in her own home, she immediately wants to confront Drika and her fiancé, Tyree. TK gets Tyree to admit that he's cheated on her with multiple women, and the three duke it out on stage, in classic The Jerry Springer Show style. 6. The Jerry Springer Show's famous Kung Fu Hillbilly explains himself in one of the most classic moments from The Jerry Springer Show. David shows off his karate prowess in order to protect himself from his roommate, the aptly named Lil Wayne. David explains that he is a hillbilly who has learned kung fu from videotapes in order to keep himself safe, especially from his roommate. When Jerry questions his motives, David doesn't have much to say, but offers to show off some of his moves for the audience. They are thrilled to watch him do his thing. 5. The Jerry Springer Show. Called out for cheating within the family love triangles are common on the Jerry Springer Show, but those that involve family members are even more popular. In this clip, Dusty has come on the show to reveal to his wife Jennifer that he's been sleeping with Jennifer's mother, Tammy. Dusty does seem remorseful to an extent, but doesn't understand why his wife is so angry. When Jennifer confronts her husband, the two fight, but don't seem to reach a resolution. Then, Tammy joins the pair on stage, and an all-out brawl breaks loose, to no one's surprise. 4. The Jerry Springer Show. Woman's happy she amputated her own legs. Sandra, who may have some other issues, has allegedly cut off her own legs, and is happier without them. She explains to Jerry that she didn't want her legs anymore around age 14, but it took her roughly 30 years to actually go through with removing her limbs. After listing several instances wherein she tried to amputate her legs earlier in life, Sandra explains that once she did manage to remove her limbs, she was much happier with herself. While the Jerry Springer Show audience was floored by the shocking details of Sandra's story, it didn't seem to faze Jerry all that much. 3. The Jerry Springer Show. Some neighbors can get a bit too friendly. Another love triangle with an interesting twist on the Jerry Springer Show was DeAndre's story about his affair with his neighbor, Chawanda. When DeAndre brought his wife Teresa on the show, he knew he was going to reveal that he'd been sleeping with their neighbor, but he wasn't prepared for the reaction Teresa would have to his indiscretions. With Teresa and Chawanda getting into a physical fight, this was a classic case of a confession gone wrong. 2. The Jerry Springer Show. In an interesting twist, a man marries a horse in one of the most interesting stories the Jerry Springer Show ever aired. A man married a horse, and brought his spouse onto the show to discuss his relationship. Jerry was flabbergasted by the idea that Mark Matthews could be married to his horse, Pixel. The host interviewed the man, who was candid about his marriage. This clip followed Jerry around, even decades later, when he appeared on the Meredith Vieira Show to discuss his illustrious career. He talked about how interesting he found the story at the time. 1. The Jerry Springer Show. An early case of catfishing from the MySpace era. In one of the earliest moments of catfishing seen on the Jerry Springer Show, a man named Brad came onto the show to meet Joby, whom he had been talking to on MySpace, in person. Brad was hoping that Joby would agree to be his girlfriend, but when Joby came on stage to talk to Jerry before meeting Brad, they revealed that they'd been keeping their gender a secret from Brad. Joby was biologically male, and worried that Brad would be uninterested. Thankfully, when Joby revealed their truth to Brad, he was accepting, and the pair kissed on stage. The audience cheered them on. Sources: The Jerry Springer Show, YouTube. 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 5 Tour, YouTube. The Jerry Springer Show, YouTube. Diort, YouTube. The Jerry Springer Show, YouTube. The Meredith Vieira Show, YouTube. Hola soy Gustavito, YouTube.